Haven't done a talking video in a little bit, so man, wanted to get something off my chest. There is one thing I do hate about Germany, and it's very annoying. And I'll give you some context as to why, and maybe you guys can kind of see where I'm coming from, or maybe you guys think that cool. Maybe this is maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe it makes sense, or maybe it doesn't. But basically, in America, right? You could be driving on the highway, someone cuts you off. Maybe someone brake checks you and then gets on the side of your vehicle, and then they roll their window down. They flick the big finger. They're like, bah, and you look at them all crazy, and then you say some crazy shit back to them. You're like, shut your ugly ass up, whatever. Well, apparently in Germany, you can't do that because there are fines you have to pay for insulting people around you, and even in the events where you are walking past something going down, if you refuse to do something, like let's say people are fighting or something's happening and you walk by and the person can kind of identify who you are and they can confirm that you were in that that location at the time that some crazy shit was going down and you didn't report it, you can also get a fine. Allegedly, this is like a discussion I had with friend of mine that's from Germany, and I'm like, dude, that's messed up. Like, what the heck? So in traffic altercations, or even altercations on the street, you can't really insult each other because the person who's being insulted could literally it press charges, or if someone else sees it, you can pretty much get fined. I think that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Now, I might have a very loose grasp on this rule or this law or whatever, but it's really weird, For instance, I'll run you guys a few scenarios. I want you guys to let me know what those consequences would look like in Germany. I'll tell you guys what those consequences would be pretty much in America. Okay, so situation one. You are walking down the street, someone walks up to you, punches you in the face, and you're just like, what the heck? And you decide whether or not you should hit him back. In Germany, what would happen if you decide to fight back? If you fought back and defended yourself, what would happen? In America, if you got punched in the face, beat up, and then you fought the guy off and ran away, you're good. You're good. I mean, for the most part, you're good. I think the only weird situation where you wouldn't be good is if you got the upper hand after the person, allegedly tried to, beat you up, whatever, right? And you continue, beating them up after you have the upper hand, because now at this point you're just going too crazy, and the cops see that you're pretty much doing to that person what they did to you, but they're defenseless at this point. So you can fend them off. You could defend yourself up to the point where you fend them off and then leave, and you should be good. But in Germany, I'm hearing that might not be how it goes down. Example number two is pretty much what I gave earlier. You're at a traffic, you're in traffic and stuff like that. Someone's being a total prick, maybe blasting some crazy music or whatever, or maybe they passed you on the right side of the traffic and stuff like that, and then you pull up to them and you give them the middle finger. In America, nothing would happen. Even if a cop saw that, nothing would happen if you gave that person the finger. But I can only assume from what I've been told, in Germany, you're pretty much gonna get clapped up, and with some fines. You're gonna get clapped up with some fines and maybe a little bit of jail time. But that's what I've been told. I could be completely wrong. And then the final example is you walk past a situation going down, man. Someone's getting their pockets ran. Basically, they're getting robbed, and I'm a person that minds my business, man. I mind my business. If I do ever file a report, I will be out of sight, hidden in the cut, far away enough where I don't get involved at all, So someone's getting robbed and you see it going down. Like I said, I don't know what the situation is, what the circumstances is. Maybe maybe the person that's getting robbed was a dealer of some sort, and the person was robbing the dealer. So I don't want to get involved in anything related to that. I'm gonna walk away. Let them handle that, and whatever. But like I said earlier, with this whole bystander law thing, if you walk past something going down in Germany, man, what would happen, in a situation like that? Someone's getting robbed, you walk past it and you're able to be identified by the person getting robbed. Like, whoa, hey, Bob, Bob, what are you doing? I'm getting robbed. Help me out. What happens? Or I'll put a part B to this situation. Let's say there's a cop kind of far-ish away, but it's able to see that you're walking by the situation, as the situation is going down. So the cop runs up to the situation, obviously stops it, whatever. But would you get in trouble for not doing anything to prevent that incident from happening? Because I just feel like a lot of people are very quick to say, well, that's messed up that you didn't hop in and help the person who was clearly being robbed or beat up or whatever. When I think as human beings, we should protect ourselves. You know what I mean? We don't understand the full context of what's going on. And a lot of times people blindly go in and, they're heroic. They save people and stuff like that, but then they put themselves in harm's way saving someone else, So it becomes this endless chain of endangering yourself to save others, or without knowing what's going on. Like, I don't know if that person has a weapon on them. If this person that's robbing the individual has a weapon on them and they chose not to use it on that person, and then you intervene to try to break up what's going on, that person might use the weapon on you because now they feel threatened, even though they're the one robbing the other person. So I'm saying it's something it rubs me the wrong way. And then it made me think, like, dang, like, I know in America, man, we got like stuff to protect ourselves. We got guns, you can have knives, all that kind of craziness. But in Germany, I feel like, there's regulations and stuff to what you can and can't have on you. Obviously, it's reasonable. It's very reasonable. But some of it I feel like is a little like, dang, like, what do you do in situations like that? So do you feel like the system is set up in place to make you, to allow yourself to protect yourself in situations where people come for you and try to, inflict harm upon you randomly, or some people try to, take your belongings or whatever? Do you think the system is geared in a way where you are able to successfully defend yourself? Because I feel like at least that is a system in America that for the most part is pretty black and white, There are some grays. There are definitely some grays for sure, because it can boil down to a he said, she said sort of thing, depending on the situation. But some of the laws I just thought were a bit weird, just had a conversation, like I said, with, a friend of mine from Germany earlier today, and that's a topic that was brought up. So I don't know what you guys feel about this or how you guys feel about this. But to me, I'm like, bro, that if that's a real rule in Germany, I would hate that shit. Like, I mean, I want to go out there. Obviously, I'm going to explore. I'm going to have fun, whatever. But there's just certain things that I'm like, dang, man, like, ugh. But maybe the way it was explained to me was maybe a little bit watered down or exaggerated. I don't know, but that's why I have you guys here. My audience is predominantly from Europe. A lot of you guys are from Germany, and just wanted to kind of tap in and see what you guys think about that. But it's crazy to me if you really can't defend yourself and you have to get authorities involved in a situation. Like, if I have to take a beating and then report the individual afterward, I don't think I'm cool with a law like that, or like regulations like that, it's pretty crazy. I mean, do I expect people to help me out if I'm getting beat up? No, not at all, because I know I'm a person that would not want to intervene without knowing the details of what's going down, and then getting myself in some sticky stuff. And I know it sounds weird, it sounds selfish, it sounds whatever, but I'd rather be alive to tell you the story of what happened than dead trying to protect somebody that I don't know anything about, and I don't know the context of what's happening or the extremity of the situation. Because like I said, I don't know who has something on them that could bring me harm and put me in the next realm or whatever, and da. So hopefully you guys can see where I'm coming from a little bit, but just thought it'd be some interesting stuff to open up and talk about. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll see you soon. Peace.